ADHD this, ADHD that, executive dysfunction, dopamine, blah, blah, blah. The internet is overflowing with ADHD content, self-diagnoses, and strategies. But have you ever actually heard ADHD explained by a brain scientist? Welcome to Prefrontal Cortex 101. In honor of ADHD Awareness Month, I'm breaking down what ADHD really is. I'm Dr. Jalzane Katia. I'm a cognitive scientist with a PhD from Brown, and I did my PhD research at Columbia, studying how lived experience and context shape executive functions development. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is a neurodevelopmental disorder, meaning that it starts in brain development and continues across the lifespan. ADHD affects the brain's executive functions, which are the cognitive processes responsible for attention, motivation, and self-regulation. Executive functions are largely coordinated by the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain largely responsible for higher-order cognitive processes. ADHD isn't about being lazy or unfocused. It's about how those cognitive processes operate differently. Executive functions help us plan, start tasks, manage emotions, and stay flexible when things change. For people with ADHD, those cognitive processes require more conscious effort. As a result, ADHD shows up as one or more of the following. First, inattention, which looks like difficulty staying on task or organizing activities. Next, hyperactivity, which can look like restlessness or frequent movement even when stillness is expected. And finally, impulsivity, like acting before you think or struggling to wait your turn. Research shows that ADHD involves differences in the prefrontal cortex and its connections to dopamine and norepinephrine pathways, which are responsible for motivation and focus. That's why people with ADHD need more novelty, immediate feedback, and emotional interest to focus. So basically, executive functions are present in people with ADHD. They just respond to a different kind of fuel. So ADHD isn't a lack of motivation, it's a difference in regulation. In part 2, we'll talk about what this looks like in everyday life. In the meantime, check out the rest of my Prefrontal Cortex 101 series that breaks down executive functions in depth. If this video was helpful, like it, save it, share it, drop a comment below, and follow for more brain science made crispy clear.